It's a bright and sunny morning on my small farm, and I'm coming out to do my morning farm chores. And today, I'm joined by my 6-year-old nephew, who's cruising along through the pasture with me, and he is utterly transfixed. His tiny little eyes are glimpsing the physical world in a way that he doesn't see on a daily basis. And that novelty has captured his attention.
When the black cows are coming over here.
I see sparks of curiosity and joy, his brain practically lighting up as he discovers the squirming life inside the soil. This is the moment that strikes me here in the real physical world. Dirt under our nails and sun on our backs. My nephew is more engaged and alive than I've ever seen him in front of any sort of screen. This is all caused by the unmistakable wonder of the physical, natural world, and it's reminding me why staying connected to real life is so essential, even as the siren song of the digital world grows louder every single day. Back inside the house later that day, I catch myself reflexively reaching for my phone, almost as if on autopilot, to check notifications. It's a very familiar itch. Each swipe and each ping offers a tiny hit of validation and distraction, like microdoses of pleasure. Psychiatrists have bluntly called the smartphone a modern-day hypodermic needle, delivering us quick hits of attention and validation. Social media and video games are designed to keep us hooked, tapping into our brain's reward circuitry, and the result? It's harder and harder to pull away. Every spare moment becomes an opportunity to reach for that easy stimulation. I recognize this pull in myself. The digital realm offers immediate rewards at minimal effort. A new follower gained with a clever tweet, a virtual house built with a few clicks on The Sims. It's exhilaratingly easy, a realm where feedback is instant and plentiful. When I contrast that to the physical world, where it's hard and it's difficult and things don't go your way, and trying to improve your skills takes a very long time and a lot of hard work, it's no wonder we all fall prey to doom scrolling.
Cordless will do that. You might want to consider the power actuated tool. These two are my Cadillacs. Everything else on this board is second best.
Have you ever had one of those nights where all you've done is mindlessly scroll your phone while some TV show you've probably seen 50 times over plays in the background? You know, after nights like that, you never truly feel happy. When I do it, I know I always feel drained. When I compare this to how I feel after a hands-on day, say digging fence post holes or kneading a dough of bread, it's night and day. The digital dopamine hit, while very satisfying at first, often leaves a hollowness in its wake, kind of like sugar. They spike energy and then they crash it. And in my experience, children are especially vulnerable to this instant gratification cycle. If every reward is a click away, how do they cope when real life demands patience? I worry about what that might do to the children in my life, but I also worry what that does to us all collectively. When we struggle to delay gratification and persevere through the real life challenges of the real world. This struggle between the quick and the slow even governs how I spend my leisure time and socialize. When I have a free evening or a Sunday afternoon, I ask myself, do I use it to do something enriching or physically engaging, or do I default to the couch with a screen? All too often, the screen wins. And perhaps the hardest hit aspect of my life is social interaction. I find myself weighing the hassle of in-person meetups against the ease of digital communication. Take my closest friends. We have group text chats where memes and dumb jokes and life updates fly back and forth multiple times a day. Reaching out to them through my phone is effortless. I can fire off a dumb meme or a quick "how's it going?" and get an immediate response. It's instant social gratification, a way to feel connected without ever having to move from my chair. Meanwhile, organizing a face-to-face get-together, on the other hand, requires serious effort. Syncing schedules, driving across town or to a different state even, giving up an evening that could be spent catching up on chores or just relaxing. There's this logistical friction at every step. More than once I've thought, why not just skip this hassle? We're all busy. I'll just send them a funny update online and we'll laugh about it in a few seconds and move about our day. Yet when I actually do make the effort to sit down with a friend on the porch, something beautiful happens. We settle into old stories and new confessions. We laugh in person, not through emojis. Our conversation might meander slowly with pauses and the comfortable silence of real companionship. Something no group chat can replicate. These moments are profoundly more nourishing for my soul than any string of gifs and one-liners in a text thread.
The Vikings and the barbarians will do battle this day with crossbows and catapults.
When I was a kid, one of my all-time favorite games was this game called Crossbows and Catapults, where you and your opponent would build little castles out of plastic building blocks, and you would use tiny little plastic crossbows and tiny little catapults to destroy each other's castles and kill each other's guys. It's a very tactile game. It requires building and then destruction, and it's the perfect game to play when you're a kid. I recently tracked down a copy and have been playing it obsessively with my nephews, and it's so much fun to watch them enjoy the excitement that comes with the destruction.
Whoa! Alright, here goes my next shot.
A game that puts cause and effect directly at its core. A game where your imagination goes head to head with physics. That to me is like the perfect game for being able to experience the physical world. And I was admittedly a little bit worried that a game from my childhood wouldn't hold up and wouldn't be entertaining for kids of this day and age. But surprisingly, some things still ring very, very true.
Look, Mommy, there's a guy just landed straight on me.
I know. So our house cat, Lil Barn Cat, knows how to open doors. Like she's able to take the old latches that exist within our old 1800s farmhouse, and she figured out a way to press on them in case she gets trapped in a certain room so she can get out and move through the doors at will. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but I only think about how much patience and perseverance that took her to be able to achieve that feat, and it leaves me kind of mind-boggled. And when my nephew discovered this fact, he too was absolutely fascinated.
You sure the third one's contained?
Yes. Unless they figured out how to open doors.
Now, to be very clear, I didn't undertake this exercise in video navel gazing in an effort to shame anybody or make them feel bad about how they're experiencing the digital world. And also, to be very clear, this is not meant to be a shaming exercise in parents. I don't want to come off as an old man shaking his fist saying, what's the matter with all these iPad kids? Because I can't even imagine the challenges of trying to raise a child in this day and age, particularly trying to raise a kid without all the screen time and trying to balance all of the challenges that parents of today face. This is actually much more about me and my own personal digital consumption habits and my own personal behaviors than really anybody else. But I really do say all of this because in conversations with friends and families on this topic, a lot of folks have shared similar sentiments to the ones that I've been sharing with you guys. And I guess I just thought it felt good to try to get it all down in one place in one cohesive conversation. Of course, I'm almost certain that by the time I start editing this video, it's not even going to remotely feel cohesive at all. That man speaks truth. But I do worry about us human beings and the greater and greater risks that we have in losing our connections to the physical world. Like, for example, I'm standing out here in this pasture in August, and just looking around, it's amazing to see the difference in the pasture right now than, say, what I saw in July or what I saw in June or May. And that you now have seeds that have gone out. You have plants like goldenrod maturing. You have milkweed maturing. The monarch butterflies are flapping around. And all of that is very normal for August in this space. But if I didn't stop and take the time to appreciate what develops here in this physical world, in this space on a daily basis, all of this magic would be lost to me. And I don't know, that kind of makes me feel a little bit sad. Hey, would you guys look at that little fella right there? He kind of looks like my conscience. I really hope he moves before I turn the electric fence back on in a few minutes. Hey, cows! Come on, cows! Fresh grass, come on! Hey, cows! Come on, cows! Fresh grass, come on! You know, one thing I have been trying to do a little bit more of lately is with like a pen and a piece of paper, stop and write down some of my thoughts. Particularly as I'm making observations about the world I live around, I'm finding it's been very helpful to stop and do that. And then I have something that I can actually hold and feel and flip back and forward with and read and experience. And there's just something magical about that. In fact, even like a lot of the ideas that popped up in this video came from that process. And so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, that could be one thing you try. And so yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll be back again very soon with another video that's more normal. It's probably me building a new yard for my goats. But I just had some things I wanted to share with you. Thanks for watching, everybody.